doing? This is Black Shy Guy, and as always, make sure you hit the like button if you really enjoyed the video, and then if you're not a resident of Chi-Town yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And as always, sincerely, thank you for sitting at my table. We are here to discuss the Indiana Fever and what a freaking game they just had. They pulled off the win, but there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the Indiana Fevers, and I'm not here to talk about the win, despite it being a very dramatic win. And thanks all to Kelsey. She put the Indiana Fever on her back with such a tremendous performance, 40 points. But honestly, there's a lot going on when it comes to the Indiana Fever, and it involves Caitlin Clark. Everybody knows when you talk about the Indiana Fever, you have to mention Caitlin Clark, who's been out since July 15th with the groin injury, and yet people not realizing that the franchise player of the Indiana Fever is out. They want to put all the blame, and I understand. Miss White is not the perfect coach. I mean, let's admit it. She's not the perfect coach. We all know that. But can you give her another year or two? She's come in her first year losing her franchise player. And yes, I would have to admit, to me, she's going way too guard heavy when it comes to this team. But in reality, she really has no guard. When you have to depend on Sophie Cunningham to bring up the wall, you know you're in deep trouble. We all know Sophie Cunningham cannot handle a Kentucky-type press. Let's be honest. She cannot handle a Kentucky-type press because Sophie Cunningham is not a true guard. Neither is Kelsey. She's not a true guard. Kelsey cannot get her teammates involved for the life of her. She can't. She chucks up shots constantly, even when teammates are open. And thank God yesterday, most of her shots went in. And that's why they managed to pull off the win. But we all know just the other night, she had Sophie Cunningham open in the wing and she refused to pass her the ball. And in fact, the reason they lost that game was because of Kelsey. So a lot of things is going on with this team. Despite the fact that a lot of the fans want to lay the blame all on Miss White. Listen, Stephanie can only do so much. And like I said, she has been plagued with injuries after injuries after injuries when it comes to this team. It's getting ridiculous. And it's all down to a certain position, which is the guard position. It's been crazy. Crazy. I mean, without a significant guard, this team cannot function. Because remember, when Caitlin Clark was still around, Caitlin Clark, their primary guard, always got other teammates involved. And this is where the Indiana Fever is strong. This is their strong suit. When all the teammates get involved, Kelsey, for the life of her, cannot get teammates involved. That's why when they finally get the ball in their hand, whether it's in the second quarter with freaking 6 minutes remaining, when they chuck up a shot, they're always missing. Why? Because they have not been warmed up at all. And yes, I know they get to warm up before the game, but you know what I'm getting at, all right? You know what I'm getting at. How many times you went on a court, you played ball, you warmed up, but when the game starts, you need that significant shot to get you warmed up when it comes to the freaking defense of the other team. You need shots. You need the ball in your hand, even if it's to get the ball in your hand and to pass it back off. You need the warm-up of that ball. And Kelsey cannot get her teammates warmed up at all. She's not a true guard. She's not. She's horrific in that. She said it herself one time. She knows she's not a true guard. She's not a Caitlin Clark. She cannot penetrate. She cannot penetrate and dish off to her teammates. She doesn't have the eyes in back of her head like Caitlin does. That's why Caitlin is so significantly important for this team. And for everybody to lay the blame on Stephanie White. And yes, are there some decisions that she has made can be questionable? Absolutely. But what else do you want her to do? She has no guard. She has no true point guard in that team, which that team really needs a true point guard. And I seen on X that a lot of people want her to get they want her to get Carter to join the team. And relax, okay? Relax. They lost Sophie Cunningham, number one. Number two, Caitlin Clark may not return this year. And to me, the way it's going, now with Sophie Cunningham out, if Caitlin Clark cannot come back at 100%, call this year a wash. You should not risk Caitlin Clark's career, even if you want to bring her back at 70%. That is not a wise decision. And I think the way they've been dealing with Caitlin Clark is very smart. You don't want to bring Caitlin Clark at 70%. And you know for a fact Caitlin Clark wants to come back. She wants to come back. If that was Caitlin Clark's decision, she will come back at 40%. But that is not the right move when it comes to your franchise player. Last night's game was crazy, emotional, and a game that they really needed. But unfortunately, in my opinion, I think this year's a wash for this team. I think it really is. We're going to go to the very emotional locker room speech that Stephanie White had with this team.
We're proud of you too. I'm so proud of you guys. I know that sometimes it sounds like just a word when we talk about being resilient, but it's not, man. It's how we live. It's how y'all live, and it's a tribute to you. It's a tribute to your connectedness, your togetherness, your toughness, your mindset. You never give up gritty attitudes. Like, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And we will never be counted out, because that is worth gold. That is worth gold.
Very emotional.
Kels, goddamn, baby.
I got a minute, Kels. She held it down. She held it down.
Oh,
she held it down.
Freezy. You are the consummate professional. We love you. We appreciate you. You are huge. AB, point forward.
AB.
Look.
Even though I'm not gonna lie, AB, you shot that air ball down low. I got pretty mad at you. An air ball down low, you was looking like freaking what's her name? You know what I mean? I mean, come on now. An air ball right down low? Come on now. Come on, Boston. I've been questioning you lately. I mean, I can't really question you that much because I'm not gonna lie. You're a really good player. But come on now.
Can't underestimate what it means to have somebody like her who just does whatever we ask, right? Does whatever. I mean, everybody really. Lex, that was a huge three.
That three, listen, that three that she shot was so huge. And that is why you can't count Lexi out of this lineup. Obviously, Sophie Cunningham took her position as the starter, but Lexi, when she's on fire, she is on fire. You can't count her out. You can never neglect Lexi at all. That was a huge three for the Indiana Fevers at that point in time. Why Caitlin is so important to this team, because the involvement capabilities Caitlin Clark has with this team is undeniably needed and so important for them to be the championship team that they can be with this group of girls. And it's very much needed right now, but I really don't think that Caitlin Clark should return this year, because I really don't think she's 100%. There's something they're not telling us. There's something they're not telling us. Obviously, it has to deal with the groin injury that she received, but she's not 100%, folks. She should not return this season. Let's take a look at Sophie Cunningham's injury. Which has been debated online as, was it a personal attack? I don't think it was a personal attack, but I'm gonna tell you something about this injury that occurred with Hartley and Sophie Cunningham, and I don't think it was personal at all. I don't think Hartley meant to hurt Sophie Cunningham, but I'm gonna tell you something about Hartley. So let's dive in. She is very uncontrollable. Obviously, she's very controversial as well. Her record and her resume states that, but she plays so uncontrollably and can get people injured as well during the course of her uncontrollable actions. This injury, and we all know Sophie Cunningham is very tough. She's very tough. A lot of times she gets injured, she gets right back up, walks it off, gets back into the game. This one, I knew it was a crucial injury. The minute I seen the way she reacted, right here, the way she reacted, I don't know what she was saying. It seemed like she was screaming, not yelling. She was screaming, and I'm like, I'm like, she's injured. She's done. And it's unfortunate. And I don't think the reports came out yet. I really don't think the reports came out yet when it comes to her injury. I don't know if it's out for the season, whatever, but I won't be surprised if it is. And for them to lose Sophie Cunningham, most likely for the season, and Caitlin Clark as well, in my opinion, most likely for the season, I don't think this Indiana Fever this season has a chance in hell to win any type of championship. And if they make the playoffs, they're definitely not getting past the first round. I mean, they're struggling with the Connecticut freaking Suns, for God's sakes. I mean, I don't want to hear it. Mabry went off. Who cares? All right? Mabry went off. What? Once in a blue moon? That rarely happens? So the point is, they should have blown out the freaking Suns. Period. But let's take a look at this injury that occurred with Sophie Cunningham. Let's take a look.
That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision.
You see what I'm saying? Let's go back.
Hartley just
Hartley,
kind of falls
right?
and makes collision with that lower leg.
Look.
That's like she tries to slide over right there.
Right ankle folded up under her. You see that?
Lower leg. You see her
she didn't mean it. She didn't mean it.
She tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it.
See Sophie Cunningham holding her leg.
She went down hard and was clearly in a lot of pain.
Play that just occurred.
There's no way Hartley meant that. No way. Look at the weight. All the weight was on that right leg and the right ankle folded from under her, and she went into Sophie Cunningham. And that's what happened. That's clearly what happened, but it doesn't change the fact that Hartley is a very uncontrollable player. She has a resume to prove it. She's so unorthodox, and it's just crazy how she plays like that constantly. I don't know. I mean, I understand that Sophie Cunningham's people are assuming that's the mother on that text that she sent out, and obviously her sister did comment about the situation. And stated that the Indiana Fevers has an officiating problem, and they very much do. They very much have an officiating problem. They need to repair that ASAP. I don't know what that freaking president is doing. I really don't know. I really don't know what she's doing. She doesn't know what she's doing. But let's take a look at the stats when it comes to the Indiana Fevers. I mean, I'm gonna tell you something right now about Chloe Bibby. I'm gonna tell you something right now about. A lot of people are really getting mad about Chloe Bibby's involvement with this team, right? They really getting upset about Chloe Bibby's involvement with this team. Shut up! Huh? Shut up! I understand. There's a lot of freaking Pat Riley wannabes out there. You guys ain't Pat Riley. You guys are not Pat Riley. Yeah, you guys got opinions. Obviously, everybody's entitled to opinions. But you guys are saying Chloe Bibby should be in. She should get this amount of minutes, this amount of that, this amount of third. I mean, over Lexi Hall. Lexi Hall got 37 minutes. Why is Bibby only getting 7 minutes? I'd rather Lexi Hall's defense over a lot of players that are coming off the bench. Period. I mean, honestly, those are 4 big injuries that this team has received. Yes, Chloe Bibby now has to step up. She has to step up. This team is suffering from major losses. There's no way that they can, honestly, in my opinion, survive this amount of impact that has occurred to the team. There's no way. There's no way. Is Stephanie White the problem that this team has when it comes to this year? No. It's the losses they received. Has some decisions impacted Stephanie White as a good coach? I would say no, for the simple fact that she suffered great losses. She's trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of people are saying she doesn't get paid to try to figure it out. Yes, she does. You know what I mean? Anyway, hopefully the Indiana Fever find some miraculous way to make this year interesting, because obviously with the Indiana Fevers possibly being eliminated out from playoff contention may very well impact the involvement of fans when it comes to the WNBA in the playoffs. It's going to impact it significantly. A lot of people are going to just drop off the face of the earth because nobody's going to be interested in watching the rest of the WNBA in the playoffs. They're not. Indiana Fevers are vital to the success when it comes to the WNBA. Let me know what you think. This is Black Shy Guy. And as always, thank you for sitting at my table. I'm out of here. Peace.
Dunking and hitting jumpers, kept Marvin Rich with him. Leo Rose like, why you dump us? Saturday's deposit, chasing SunTrust. Word to Donald, that no one will ever trump us. About to put that in my bio.